Hello, this is Oldmanpoole. I am here for another Amonkhet Draft League. Took me a second to get the stream all figured out, so I'm a little bit behind here. We have a couple of reasonable picks. I do like Cartouche of Strength a fair amount, like the Fanbear and the Necrop Entangler, but I think that those are all not as good as the Edifice of Authority. I think this card you can play in more or less any deck that you get it in. It's colorless, and I think it fits in just about anything. Even aggressive decks are not real unhappy to play this. So I'm happy to pick an Edifice of Authority. Not exactly a bomb level card, but definitely not a bad one. Okay, here we have a couple of choices. I do like the Merciless Javeliner a lot. It is 2-color card, which makes it a little bit more dangerous. It's probably comparable in power level to Magma Spray and Final Reward, which are both also quite good. Worth noting is we've seen 2 Scry lands. Yeah, this pack's pretty good in general. I think everything except for Blazing Volley is playable. Yeah, good pack. I think we'd probably take the Magma Spray. It's very, very efficient, probably the most efficient removal in the format. And see what comes back around. I do like the red and the black in this pack quite a bit, though. Final Reward, like the Heart, Scorpion. But we're going to take the Magma Spray here. Just solid removal spell. And like I said, pretty much good in any deck. Okay, here we have a choice between a Cartouche of Strength and a Necrop Entangler, I think. Cartouche of Strength is a powerful, probably more powerful effect than the Necrop Entangler, but it's pretty close. I do like the Entangler a fair amount too. It's a worse version than the Gustwalker in a lot of ways, but I think Gustwalker is in contention for... I don't think it's best common. Magma Spray is probably... Magma Spray, yeah, might be the best common. But it's definitely up there for sure. So to say it's not as good as one of the best commons in the format would still be a pretty big deal. I think I am going to take the Cartouche of Strength and just stay open a little bit here. I could see myself going into either of those colors and being pretty happy, but I'm just going to take the slightly higher power level card at this point. Okay, well there isn't a Heb. We probably have to get a little bit lucky to see that Javeliner come back around. I do really like that deck when it comes together, and the Heb is a pretty good payoff for it. We've got, what I guess what do we have here otherwise? I like Cartouche of Knowledge, Colospede's fine, Splendid Agony's fine. Maybe we take the Splendid Agony, and it's a card that we play more often than the Heb, but if like the Javeliner comes back, we definitely snap that up and see if we can take the Heb as well. That might be greedy. I think this is a slightly safer pick, though. So, we have a bunch of different directions that the deck is going so far, but that's okay. Here we have Compulsory Rest, or the Entangler. I think at this point I'm going to take Entangler. We're still seeing some reasonable red cards this late in the pack, and we already have a Magma Spray. I think Compulsory Rest is pretty good, but we already have some good cards in both red and red, green, and black. And ideally we can play a couple of those already. So I think I'm going to take the Entangler at this point. Okay. Not unhappy to pick up a Thresher Lizard here. I think it is comparable in power level to the Cursed Minotaur, but we're probably a little bit heavier on the red than we are on the black. So I think that's easy. Do like Shimmer Scale Drake. I think this is maybe isn't a late signal here, but it is worth noting that it's come around. But Thresher Lizard's a fun one. Okay. Here we have the Mummy. So I guess maybe we do shift more strictly into black-red. That's really, really good if the couple of Minotaurs come around, but the Greater Sandworm's a pretty big payoff too. This is really bad against some of the cards in the format, and you have to see a lot of ramp, and you gotta see some of the better ramp, not just like Gift of Paradise level cards. We could just take on a Thresher Lizard as well, although 2-drops are really important when you can get them if you're playing a more aggressive deck. I think I'm just gonna take the Mummy here. Yeah, and maybe hope that those Minotaurs come around. It might be a long shot, but the pack with the Javeliner in it was a very powerful pack, so I could see it coming back. Here I think I'm going to take the Dune Beetle. It's kind of a late Cartouche of Solidarity, but... Okay. Nefcrop Entangler. Our next pack is where we'd see the Javeliner if we're feeling really excited. That is a late Entangler, so I'm happy about that. Okay, it did not come back around, which is a shame. But we'll go ahead and pick up the Labor of the Heart. So that's unfortunate because that means there's someone else that's at least thinking about being red-black at the table. Maybe we should have gone into that a little bit more aggressively earlier, but it is what it is now, and I don't think this is a bad start either. I think we are not unhappy to be in our red-black here. We did get another Entangler kind of late, which I think is a pretty reasonable card. Didn't see tons of green come around. I guess there's the Greater Sandworm, which is a good pickup for sure. But I feel like that's even with cycling, kind of a risky card to pick up unless you've already got a couple of the Naga Vitalists or something, the Weaver of Current, something else that really lets you ramp. I don't really love trying to ramp out big green threats outside of green-blue, and even then, sometimes you're just too slow. There's a lot of aggressive decks in the format that can really punish you. Okay. Here we have probably a True Heart Twins or Cartouche Ambition. True Heart Twins works as 2 of our cards right now. Cartouche Ambition is just a beating, though. I think it is kind of close. I think I'm going to take the Cartouche here, though. We currently don't have any of the trials that really make the Cartouches great, but Cartouche Ambition frequently kills something if your opponent can't deal with your lifelinker. It gets out of control really fast. So I think we're going to pick that up here. Another one or a Magma Spray. I think we take a Magma Spray here. That is just, again, a very, very solid. Probably the best common. It's definitely up there. A couple of good other picks here. We're likely to get a Thresher Lizard or a Splendid Bag. Well, probably a Thresher Lizard or a Doomed Center Bag, but feel pretty happy about that for sure. Alright, here we have a couple of really powerful picks. I think Angular Drake, Decimator Beetle are both kind of bombs in the format. A little bit sad to see them go past, but not unhappy to pick up an Emberhorn Minotaur here either. This is pretty powerful 4-drop. Works very well in the deck we're going for. Very hard to block. Okay. Definitely like True Heart Twins over the Cartouche of Zeal or the Blythe Bat, Doom Center. Yeah, not unhappy to pick this up for sure. Here we have Commit to Memory. Kind of a cool card. It's not one that we can really play here. Brute Strength or Desert Ceradon. I think I like the Brute Strength just to get through a little bit of damage. Combat Tricks I think fit into this deck pretty well. Not sad to pick that here. I think we'll take a Blighted Bat. I don't think we're quite on the aggressive enough deck for a Consuming Fur to really be great. Painful Essence fine, but I like the bat. Okay, Splendid Agony came around. I'll pick that up. Another pretty good removal / combat trick. I'm not opposed to Wasteland Scorpions, like Horror, Labor of the Heart. We'll probably get something back here. Well, I don't know, maybe not. This is all blue and black. We're kind of late, so we might just get like a Scarab Beast or Compelling Argument, but both good ones. Here we have, I guess this deck is probably more on the side of Emberhorn Minotaur than Soulstinger. I do like Soulstinger a lot, but it's kind of more defensive, and the Minotaur is a little bit more beat down. So, it also uses certain cards for both our twins. Do we want to pursue Glory or Doom Dissenter more? We're a little bit light on 2-drops right now. We only have 3. I think we're going to take the Doom Dissenter. Pursue Glory can be a pretty reasonable card as well, but I think I like the Dissenter here. Ooh, okay, take a Thresher Lizard. I guess Blazing Volley is a sideboard card. So we're picking up a good number of playables here. We actually are a little bit high, or a little bit low on creatures maybe, but we have some pretty good removal spells, so that's part of the reason for that. Okay, Pursue Glory is not bad. Again, I'm not sure we end up playing it just because we're a little bit short on creatures at this point, and we don't necessarily need more tricks and combat spells. More cards that don't directly put bodies on the board. Yes, Trespasser's Curse is maybe a sideboard. It feels bad. Probably be happy with that full art island, honestly, but okay, here we have an Electrify or a Sweltering Suns, realistically. I do like me a Sweltering Suns. Or maybe that's probably a powerful enough effect I should just play it, even though I'm probably kind of hoping to be on the beatdown. Electrify is powerful, but Sweltering Suns, especially if we have maybe a little bit more controlling draw, which I could definitely see with this deck, with Splendid Agonies, Magma Sprays, this frequently is going to be a pretty easy 2 or 3 for 1. So I think I'm going to pick the Sweltering Suns here. It also digs you out of holes that something like Electrify doesn't necessarily do. Probably don't want another Splendid Agony. I guess I'll just keep taking Emberhorn Minotaurs and not be too unhappy. Ooh, here we have choice, though. We have a Cursed Minotaur, Miasmic Mummy, and Electrify. Miasmic Mummy is another 2-drop, which we're definitely, we're light on 2-drops. We would like to hit a couple more. Electrify is a high-power card, though. I think we'll take Electrify here and hope to wheel either the Cursed Minotaur or the Miasmic Mummy. Combat Celebrant. If Combat Celebrant hasn't been exerted this turn, you may exert it as it attacks. When you do, untap all creatures you control, and after this combat, there's an additional combat phase. Okay. I actually don't really know how good this is. It's 4-1 for 3, and you get 2 combats out of it. This is going to trade with something almost always. It's going to exert exactly once. But 2 combat steps is pretty good if you're on the beatdown. I think we picked this up. Again, I'm not sure we want to play loads and loads of Splendid Agonies. I think 2 is about as much as we want. Yeah, let's pick up a Combat Celebrant. See how good this card is. Wow, this is a late Magma Spray. Yeah, definitely a bit of a reward there. That is a great card. Welcome Darylon and Mad Safe to the chat. If you guys see any fantastic picks, let me know. Ooh, we're really happy to pick up a Nefcrop Entangler here. Like I said, we were low on 2-drops, and that is a pretty solid one. Not going to play the Pursue Glory right off. Don't think we're playing Dune Beetle or Labor of the Heart unless we have to. Thresher Lizard's fine. We'll play a lot of those. I guess probably nothing here is going to make our deck. Maybe we play another Blazing Volley, and maybe we just hit someone that's playing all Entanglers and it just kills them all. I think it's more likely that that'll be useful than a by force, although I think it's unlikely either of them will see play for us. Don't think we're aggressive enough for Bloodlust Insider to be real good. I think I'll take a Dune Beetle. Maybe if we're playing another really aggressive beatdown deck, that ends up being okay. I mean, 1/4 is a real deal. It drops or blocks a lot of the 2-drops in the format. And if we're getting into races with our opponent, maybe that ends up being pretty okay. Oh, well, this is a little bit unfortunate too. Red Crop Spearmaster is great. It is kind of what this deck wants to be, but we would have to be playing red to really, or playing white to take advantage of it. I think it's probably still the best card, but sad not to have it here. It's late Enigma Drake. Shame that no one's really went deep on the spells deck, but it is what it is. Blazing Volley. Sure. Yeah, we kind of dried up there right at the end, but it's alright. I thought we got 2 cartridges of Ambition. What do we end up taking over that? Well, gotta take that full art mountain. It would just be greedy to do anything else. Just greedy. Okay. Well, I think we end up with a reasonable deck. Definitely on the beatdown half here. I do like me some Entanglers. Happy that we picked up as many of those as we did. And 3 Magma Sprays is great. I can't believe we got one of those like 6th to last pick or something. It's crazy. Magma Spray is just really, really good. Combat Celebrant. We'll see how good this card ends up being. I actually have not seen it played in any of the matches I've played in the format, but it seems like it could be okay. So we are a little bit lighter on creatures than I think these decks often would like to be, but we have some really pretty premier removal, so that I think will help us get through. Sweltering Suns is a good kind of catch-up card if we end up having to mulligan or something. If we have Sweltering Suns in our hand, maybe we just kind of delay our beatdown. And in the times when it's not good, we can always just pitch it back too. So, do like Slim Agony, like Cartouche Ambition. For some reason, I thought that we picked up 2. I can't remember what we took over it. I think we saw 2 in a row in packs, but must have seen something else good. Yeah, the deck looks fine though. I think we. Maybe it's greedy to run 16 lands here. Although I think this deck is okay if we run a little bit light on lands. If we just draw 2s and 3s and Magma Sprays, it ends up being pretty good. And we have basically nothing we can do if we start to flood. So yeah, I think I'm okay running 16 here, even though we do have a 5-drop and a couple of 3s that we would like to be able to hit. Do want to go heavier on the mountains, but I don't think that heavy. What do we have that's double? Not tons. Yeah, I guess we really were light on black. It's kind of funny though, we're close to mono red. I think we're gonna go 7-9 though. I think 9 sources is still pretty good. And I hate going down to 6 for black. I think that makes it fairly unlikely that we don't end up having our swamp source when we want to play, like a Cartouche or Splendid Agony. Okay, well we will save. I don't think the deck is super bomby, but I do think it is efficient, and I think we've got a good chance going into our matches here. See you guys there shortly.